And of course, the first thing people see is John stuffing his face in of pizza. That's the first thing to see him. So that's the first thing the CM Brother audience sees is John stuffing his face in. How does it feel, John? There you go. Oh no, this guy's say something.
That was good.
Yeah. All right, but hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Wrestling Rundown.
I forgot to turn my camera.
Oh well.
I was about to do that, and then you just noticed that. That's a great start to the show.
Yep.
Let's get it up on the right foot.
Hey, the Wrestling Rundown's back, though. We haven't done the Wrestling Rundown since August 1st. August 1st, 2018. The last time you were on, actually, John.
Wow, the show can't go on without me.
Apparently, me and Chris just were too busy, and John was too busy, so we hope that can change. And obviously, it's as I mentioned before, it's going to be on this channel probably for 90 days starting last Saturday. Because I don't know, John knows I'm not really that good at math, so I haven't been keeping track. So I know at like some point in November. Huh?
Tell you what day you'd be able to eligibly return.
Yes. So yeah. Well, actually, we'll probably be back in November, but if we gain like a better fan base on this channel, we might stay here forever, or maybe we just won't care and we'll just post it wherever we want to post it. So it doesn't matter.
On the Talkinator next week.
No. It's a non-wrestling channel. Wrestling doesn't belong on that channel. I feel that almost happened once, but it's not going to happen again. But yeah, let's talk. But yeah, since it's been a while since we've done really
about a month and a half almost.
Yeah, pretty much. So hey, nothing really changed though, because we're the last wrestling show on Earth to review NXT Takeover Brooklyn 4 and SummerSlam. So that's we're not making any. I hope we can make some progress with that. So, but before we review anything, since it's been that long since we've been on, I haven't covered this publicly on YouTube, but we obviously have to send our thoughts and condolences to the family of Jim the Anvil Neidhart because he passed away. I'm just going to guess the date, and I might be wrong. Was it August 15th, 2018?
It was before SummerSlam.
And SummerSlam was August 19th. He passed away the Monday before SummerSlam. So I think it was like August 15th, 2018. I think that might be... No, because I think it was August 11th, 2018.
Yeah, it's August 11th.
Yeah, because... But it's very sad because I heard like he had like a huge comeback. Like they did a Total Divas based on that, where he was pretty much an alcoholic, and then he was recovering and trying to get back into shape. Not so he could wrestle, but so he could at least make an appearance on wrestling. So
like slim down.
I think obviously everybody will remember him for his obviously the great tag team, the Hart Foundation with his Bret the Hitman Hart, and then obviously in the Hart Foundation, the 1997 version, and then the new foundation with Owen Hart. So he obviously will be missed. We'll obviously remember that famous laugh and the SummerSlam 1991, I think it was. Or it might have been 1990, where the Hart Foundation had the 2 out of 3 falls match with Demolition. Was it 1990 or 91?
Might have been 1990.
Okay.
Because I think 91, I think Bret was almost on the verge of his singles push.
Oh, I think he actually. No, it was 90 because 91. Bret beat Mr. Perfect for the IC belt. And then 92 was the the UK SummerSlam show. So, yeah. And obviously everyone will remember his famous laugh. And I know he's not in the Hall of Fame, but what was the last wrestling appearance I remember him having? I don't think this was his last one. Was his TNA? He had like a one-off match in TNA where he didn't.
Oh God, that's a. I remember that. He came out. He was just not in the best shape.
Yeah. Was that his last wrestling appearance, though?
I don't know. I truly don't know.
I know he's not in the Hall of Fame. So that's kind of sad. That's two wrestlers that have passed away this year. That haven't been in the Hall of Fame yet, and probably should have been in the Hall of Fame by now.
Wait, who's the other one?
Vader.
Oh, Vader. Yeah, that's right. I was trying to remember. I was like, sorry, I don't want to sound like a. Hey, hold on. I'm sorry, Vader. I thought you were talking about Volkov. I'm like, Volkov's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it was
Vader. Volkov was in the Hall of Fame.
Vader's not in the Hall of Fame.
That's right, Vader.
But yeah, and I was just thinking about this a few days ago. It seems like the summertime for like wrestlers seems to suck because I noticed wrestlers within these past couple of years always die around the summertime. I don't know. It just seems like
I got Bruno too, also.
Yeah, Bruno. Well, Bruno died this year. He wasn't in the summertime, but he still died.
It was like spring, like
almost
summer.
And then I think 2 weeks prior to that, Grandmaster Sexay passed away, which obviously there's more going on, investigation going on with that. Nikolai Volkov and it's not Outhouse Brown. Is it Outhouse Brown? Who's the other guy that passed away the same day Nikolai Volkov?
I know you're talking about. I forget his name though.
Yeah, he was the guy that was in the
Buckhouse Brown.
Brickhouse Brown.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know that there was I think there's a wrestler out there named Outhouse Brown, if I'm not mistaken. And then obviously too before that we had Vader, and then we had Bruno Sammartino before that. So yeah, not a very good few weeks to be a wrestling fan. So, and Nikolai Volkov, I think I already said that though. But what are you guys' thoughts on Jim the Anvil Neidhart? Any memories you have of him or anything like that?
Just the fact that his daughter is still going strong in WWE.
Yeah.
She wore his jacket at SummerSlam.
Yep.
And just he was a great tag team specialist. Not the best like singles wrestler, but like worked so well with Brett. And the fact that was also his brother-in-law too. So they have like that chemistry is just automatically there.
Yeah.
But it was a tragic loss.
Probably
the rest of the world.
Probably one of the best hot tag guys in the business too.
Oh yeah, powerhouse.
Yeah,
for sure.
What about you, John?
Yeah, no, the guy he was strictly a tag guy. Him and Brett do form like a team that I personally like, where they're both different. My preferred tag team, that I should say.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the only time I actually saw him was that match against Jay Lethal, where he was just in. I don't want to say his lowest point because that's probably in the mid '90s, but that was a rough one to see him like that.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously, like we said, our thoughts and condolences go out to the family of Jim the Anvil Neidhart. But yeah, let's move on to a more. Hopefully, this is more positive. We're gonna review SummerSlam. We'll just give our quick thoughts of what happened, just because it's been a few weeks now. I'll just give my quick ups and downs of what I thoughts of each thing. I like overall the kickoff. We'll get like a thumbs in the middle. I liked. I wasn't a fan of the mixed tag on that show. It was more of WWE.
Yeah, that was not good.
Yeah, there was more of WWE badly utilizing Rusev and Rusev Day, and it was just bad all around. Obviously, that's turned around when we get into that later on. I like the cruiserweight match on the show. The only thing I didn't like is I know they're continuing that feud, but right when the match was really starting to get really good, it ended. But I still like the match; it was still really good. And then I didn't like the Raw Tag Team Title match mainly because of the finish. But obviously, the finish has been rectified now within these last few weeks. But I didn't like the Raw Tag Team Title match. I also like that backstage segment we had where all the GMs were backstage. I'm gonna mess up. I almost just caught myself. I almost messed up his name. Drake Maverick, Kurt Angle, Constable Corbin, and Paige. I thought that was fun, and I know I liked that fact that Jerry the King Lawler was there, mainly because of everything that had been going on with him prior to that. It was good to see him there. And it was, I know a lot of people hate JBL, but it was kind of nice to see JBL and Peter Rosenberg working together. And him put over AJ Styles for breaking his WWE title reign, too. So that was nice.
By the way, did you get Owen? Did you catch Booker T?
Booker T?
Cursing out Bradshaw.
That was fucking funny. That was so fucking funny.
I think I did catch it, yeah.
Also, let me just flip the camera so you guys are not looking at my goddamn shorts. Damn it, you're still looking at my shorts.
I'm still looking at your shorts, yeah.
Can you see my face yet?
No. I think you turned the camera completely.
Shit. All right, that's it. I'm just gonna do it as a Squirtle.
Okay. But yeah, I kind of missed it because I was in New Hampshire on that time, and there's a lot of people talking around me. So
what happened is that JBL stole one of Booker T's great catchphrases.
Oh, Chucky.
Yeah, and you just hear Booker, who did not have his mic off, just say under his breath, "That son of a bitch."
That's awesome.
So fucking funny.
And I also got to say I enjoyed Samoa Joe's interview on the pre-show. I know it's the same thing that he's been saying for weeks, but he's just really good, and I loved it. So I loved his interview on the pre-show. And then obviously get into SummerSlam. I love the opening match with Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler for the IC title. That was a really good opening match. It's probably one of the better opening matches in recent times at SummerSlam. The last one I remember was SummerSlam 2009. That also included Dolph Ziggler, so that's interesting. I was disappointed there was no Dean Ambrose heel turn, and we'll get into why I'm even more disappointed about it looking back at it. Seth Rollins obviously won. I was happy about that. He never sort of lost the championship in the first place, so there you go. I enjoyed the SmackDown Tag Team title match up until the finish. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I did not enjoy Braun Strowman and Kevin Owens. It was really sad. I would have enjoyed it if it led to something else at the end, but it was just really bad utilization of Kevin Owens. I like the SmackDown Women's title match, and then obviously I didn't like the Becky Lynch heel turn, and I'll get to more of the reasons about that. And then I think AJ and Joe was next. I really enjoyed that match. I like the finish because it made sense, and it protected both guys. Daniel Bryan versus The Miz was the third best match of the whole SummerSlam weekend. I really liked that match. White guy I thought went over, so there you go. And then I think the next match was Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin. I enjoyed that just to see Baron Corbin get squashed, but that was all undone with a couple of weeks later. So there you go. That just shows you right there what WWE thinks of Finn Balor. And then Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy wasn't a bad match, but it was just there. And Randy Orton was the MVP of the night because all he had to do was just come to SummerSlam, get a paycheck, come out, leave. Brock Lesnar did more than Randy Orton did that night. So that was awesome. I've enjoyed Randy Orton lately, mainly because of all the backstage stuff that I heard about him. So, and obviously
quite a bit.
And also the stuff you've been sending me, Chris, with him just acting really creepy. So we'll talk about that later on. Then I enjoyed the Raw Women's title match. It was the match that it should have been. It was realistic. I loved it, and I loved it. And then obviously I didn't like the main event, but I obviously got why the WWE did it because they didn't want people to boo that match out of the building, and it overall worked. No one really booed Roman Reigns, but whatever. I didn't like that.
By the time the fans realized what had happened, they already cut out.
Yeah. So I didn't like. So overall, I've also decided to change our grade format. Instead of doing number grades, we're going to do letter grades. So pretty much, I don't even need to explain like what an F is and what a B plus is. I think you guys should know what that is. If I had to rate SummerSlam, I'll give it a B, just a solid B. No B minus, no B plus, just a B. What about you, Chris? I know I just kind of sloppily broke down SummerSlam, but what did you think?
No, it was same thing. It was a B.
All right, now, John, you probably have a different perspective because you hadn't watched in a few weeks, so you were fresher within the WWE product. So, what did you think of SummerSlam?
The more I thought about it, the more I didn't like it.
And you
We had.
you want to explain?
I'll expand it here. We had 3 squash matches, a DQ, an emotional bait and switch, and overall the show was really freaking long.
It was long. I think that's why I like.
Very.
I think that's why I like the squash matches though, because it helped break. Because it made the show kind of fly a little bit quicker.
Yep. I mean, the best description I can give it is that it's the very definition of okay, which is the why I'm giving it a C, thumbs in the middle grade. Like,
Oh,
there was nothing really horrible on the show, except for maybe Braun squashing Kevin Owens. But other than that, the matches were okay, except for the DQ finish. I did not like. I understand why they did it, but it doesn't mean I have to like it.
Oh, are you talking about the WWE title match finish, right?
Yeah, I
Okay.
understand why they're doing it, but I don't like DQ finishes on pay-per-view.
That's
I
fine.
never liked that.
Was there anything you liked on the show?
I like the opener. I like Miz and Bryan. I like Joe. I like Joe because he was just being the dick
Yes,
the entire night.
I would say.
He was.
I would say.
I did like the women's title match.
I was gonna say. I was gonna say. I was gonna say probably not one of the best. I think it's probably in the. If you probably took this with like any other SummerSlam, it's probably like in the middle of any SummerSlam. Not good. Not
Right
bad.
right in the middle.
Yeah. But yeah, you did like the triple threat, so that's good.
I did, and whoop.
You did in here?
No, he's not. Is he outside?
I don't know where he is.
We may have lost Doug.
Oh, that's not good.
I might be right back. So I'll just say that it's it was the very definition of okay.
Okay.
That's it. All right. Okay, I gotta go.
All right. So John might come back. I'm not sure. Let's hope he comes back. So yeah, overall SummerSlam, I thought it was a great show. I gave it a B. I enjoyed it. So I would say probably it gets probably a B minus because if you include John's grade in there of our overall grade. So now let's talk about what's been going on with the main roster. Because we'll get to NXT. But I figure since we're still on the main roster, we'll just cover the main roster some more. Let's go over the build up for Hell in a Cell because that's kind of what SummerSlam has led to. I'll just kind of start it off. I'm not going to break down the Raw Tag Team title match yet, just because that pretty much ties into the main event. So we'll get into that. I'm going to let you talk about the SmackDown Women's title build up because that's the first match I see. So what do you think of the? John's back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Did you find the
He's found
Okay.
Where was he?
the basement.
I didn't even know you had I forgot you had a basement because I've never been in it.
Yeah, I have a basement. He's just stuck down there, and he couldn't get back out.
It's good then that it was found. So we're just about to break up the we'll break down the build up to Hell in a Cell. We're gonna give everything we like about the build up, and then something we don't like we'll give it down, and then obviously thumbs in the middle. Chris is just about to break down. Actually, I feel like I should let John break this down because this is one of the only things he really knows about. The SmackDown Women's title build up. Why don't you talk about what's been going on with that?
Which one are we doing? Which women's title?
The SmackDown Women's title.
You gotta differentiate here because I don't know which one you're talking about.
SmackDown. Charlotte Flair,
Okay.
Becky Lynch.
Okay, so I'll sum this up in about 5 seconds. The fans have turned on Charlotte. From what I've heard.
Yes.
They're turning Charlotte into Cena with tits.
Yeah, or Roman Reigns, whatever one you take your pick.
Just take your pick. It's the same body part. Take your pick.
Pretty much. You can
Go on.
continue. You can continue.
Okay. Becky Lynch has been cheered the entire time because, well, she's likable. Number one, and number two, she's 100% in the right.
She's the baby face
Oh,
in
yeah.
this whole feud. She's the baby face in this whole feud.
Yeah, I love this. Like, yeah, no,
Her friend
everything
comes
you
back
said
and
here
gets the title shot,
is
basically.
it's true. Like everything she said there is true. Same thing with Braun Strowman. I was like, give me one reason why I should hate Braun Strowman.
I guess you're just gonna break down. Yeah, I guess you should just break down both the Universal title and the SmackDown Women's title match because they both have the same.
They both have the same problem, and that's that the roles should be reversed.
Exactly.
Charlotte should be the cocky heel, and Becky should be the plunky babyface.
Exactly.
And on the other side, what does Braun Strowman have to be a heel about? He's in the right.
Yeah. I guess
He is one. Let's just do that now. Fuck it. Yeah, let's break this down now. The fact that here's what I saw. I did see. So the night after SummerSlam, Braun gets triple powerbomb through the announce table.
Hey, at least Finn Balor finally got his rematch too. At least he finally got his rematch.
Yeah, which ended. So Braun comes out after being kind of screwed over for being an honorable human being.
Yep.
So he goes out to cash in. The Shield comes out and protect them. And I'm like, okay, how is Roman the babyface here?
Exactly.
Does someone want to explain to me how that works? So they beat him up 3-on-1 to protect his title. How is he? How am I supposed to root for this guy? Someone that took a little shortcut to get out of defending his title against Braun Strowman?
Exactly. And then it gets. I think this gets worse every week. Then the next week happens.
The more you think about it, the more it gets worse.
Yep. You also got to think about it too. Why is the Shield back to begin with? We know why they're back to begin with. Because they can't get Roman Reigns over without the Shield.
Exactly. In reality, why they got back together is because they're supposed to protect Roman.
Yep.
Roman's title, which that should be what their plan is. What in the fuck are you thinking?
And it gets
Good
worse.
Lord.
If you think about it too, this holds down Seth Rollins because he's never going to get to the main event if he's aligned with the guy with the title.
Yeah, and Dean Ambrose should be heel anyway. 2/3 of this faction should be heel and one should be a babyface.
Yeah. But then what happened?
Oh my God.
I know you haven't watched. Do you know what happened? You know what happened the next week, right? Like a week later.
Yeah, because funny story here is that I was in the Keys for this particular Raw. This is the Raw where they had Braun and Roman together to go against Drew and Dolph.
And Braun announced he was going to cash in his Money in the Bank too.
Yeah. So oddly enough, at a bar in Key West, they're actually showing Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
And me being heavily intoxicated at the time, like, I don't get this.
Yeah.
I almost put in the chat. Luckily, my phone was dead. Thank God my phone was dead.
Yeah.
Or else this would have been it would have been a disaster.
Yeah.
See, trying to type.
I also want to say something too. You know how I knew you were intoxicated? Because you actually used Snapchat for once. You never used Snapchat.
Yeah, I used Snapchat to show what bars I was at, and then I stopped doing that and continued to go to the bars itself.
So that's how I knew you were. That's how I knew you were intoxicated. Because I'm like, John doesn't typically go on Snapchat. Is something off here?
Yeah.
So,
that would have been actually kind of funny because when you fast type, you misspell words, but we understand it. We wouldn't even be able to fucking decipher what you would have said.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, I misspell words normally, let alone. Let alone.
Imagine what that would be like.
I'd be like, in fact, I know I'd be slow typing and I'd still be misspelling everything.
Yeah. So what was going on when with this?
While I was there, well, I saw Bobby Lashley get hit over the head with a guitar, I think. Or Bobby Lashley was in a match, and he won. And then I saw Braun somehow. I was like, yeah, he's not tagging in. He's not tagging it in to the match for good reason. He's like, no, I don't want to. Don't want to be with you. Screw you guys. Justifiable reason. Why the hell should I help you?
Yeah.
You screwed me out of 2 title matches.
Exactly.
Why should I help you?
And then,
he turns heel.
Which, that's Braun Strowman is a heel now.
Just like, I look at this. I just why?
Yeah.
Just why? He's the most over guy on the show. Why are you turning him heel? And the most booed guy on the show is a babyface.
You know why? Because no one can get more over than Roman Reigns. That's why. It's the same thing.
So yeah, Braun.
It's the same
Braun's
thing.
Braun's gonna lose.
Probably.
Yeah, Braun's gonna lose though.
And then it gets even worse though, John. You don't even know the worst part of it. So then this week, a week later on Raw, obviously we know, what do they call the Dogs of War?
Dogs of War, which is really stupid.
That was this week, but then the next week, speaking of which too, also we should talk about too, I know it makes sense because it's the Shield, but Braun Strowman shouldn't be wanted any help to take out anybody. He's a monster. He should be doing this himself. He shouldn't even need another faction. That's stupid in and of itself.
I mean, to be fair, it's just a tag team. Plus Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah. If anybody, but then we get to 2 weeks. The next week, they pretty much explain. Braun Strowman pretty much explained, saying that he got a pack of his own to go up against the Shield. So really, what was heelish about what Braun Strowman did? He just went and sought help to take out to take out a faction. He didn't do anything bad. But then it gets worse. So then, it was Braun Strowman versus Finn Balor. I think you know how that went. They
tried to convince me that now Braun Strowman hates Finn Balor, even though for the past month they were like best friends.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I forgot one thing. So the Dogs of War, not the War of Dogs. The Dogs of War.
The War of
Dogs. They're war against dogs.
Yeah. The Dogs
Kennel from Hell. That's the match we're going with. Hounds of Justice versus Dogs of War in a Kennel from Hell match.
Oh God.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. But the dogs don't do anything and just shit all over the floor.
That one just relieved himself on the door right there.
So yeah, the Dogs of War. The Shield tries to come out and get vengeance, and like the whole locker room comes out and separates them. You know, it's the Polar Pop Wall they like to do like every 3 weeks, which was cool once, but then when they do it every week, it's not as cool anymore. So then the Raw acting general manager Baron Corbin, which we'll get into the reason why he's the Raw acting general manager in a second, arrests the Shield for no reason. The Shield just showed up to work and wanted to fight, and that's exactly what you're supposed to do as a wrestler. You're supposed to show up and have them fight, but then they got arrested for no reason.
How dare you try to cause violence in a wrestling program?
Yep. Yeah, do that.
It's a violent thing.
Oh, it gets even stupider, John. Apparently, too, throughout the night, Mike Rome was sending tweets about what was going on with the Shield as they were arrested. So somehow, Mike Rome is like one of the backstage interviewers. He works with WWE.
So just another pencil neck geek. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the guy that Chris Jericho always makes fun of every time he's on the show, thinking he's Tom Phillips.
Hi, Tom. I don't care. I'm not gonna get your name right.
But apparently, too, somehow the Shield went in front of what pretty much went through all the process you're supposed to do when you get arrested in the span of the rest of the law, which is I don't really work in criminal justice, but I don't think it takes 2.5 hours to go through like a court system and stuff. I think that takes weeks and months, but I don't work in front of the court system, so I'm just giving what I think happens. I don't think that happens.
They
And
also
then,
came back in a cop car, right?
yeah, so I don't know why they didn't just say they stole the cop car. I guess they couldn't say instead, but whatever.
Well, they just arrest them again.
Yeah. So, and by the way, too, the Shield coming back originally didn't work because they were booed the first night when they cost Strowman the title. I'm just saying there was boos. But when Roman Reigns came out the cop car, he was the first one out. There was boos, and then the Dean Ambrose and Seth came out, and the Shield. They're like, "Oh yeah, we like the Shield." So I'm just saying, and the Shield's about.
Hey, look, Hey, look, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, together, it's the Shield. Yay! This thing existed.
Yep. So then the Dogs of War go. So then the Shield are about to attack the Dogs of War. It's supposed to be this epic fight, but then like a ton of superstars come out. Kevin Owens being one of them. We'll get to what's going on with Kevin Owens in a second. I think it was like Kevin Owens, Elias, AOP. It's just AOP now. They just shorten their name because it's the whole deputized thing. You don't remember your name. Mike Kanellis.
Monday Night Mike.
Yeah, main event Mike. Drew Gulak was out there, which was cool, but pretty much all the like jobbers and Kevin Owens and Elias and AOP, and they beat the crap out of the Shield. And yeah, it just gets worse because like all those guys beat up the Shield. It was just bad. Then we get to this week, and the Shield comes out, and all the guys are sitting around the ring, and the Shield fights them all off, which makes like half the Raw roster look really weak. And it's okay if it's like jabronis, but you don't have the guys like Kevin Owens, Elias, and AOP get fought off like that. Even Jinder Mahal, I don't like Jinder Mahal, but he was a WWE champion. He's getting thrown around like that. So then Baron Corbin forces them to leave, and then they come back. And the explanation, and they get told that if the Shield comes back, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins will lose their titles and they'll get arrested. And I guess Dean Ambrose really didn't have anything to lose if you think about it, because Dean Ambrose shouldn't care about getting arrested, but that's besides the point. And then Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose come back, but they don't come back in their Shield attire. They come back in their normal attire. So then Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose say, "Well, we weren't the Shield. We were Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose," which is the same thing. That's like saying that Cesaro can't come back to an arena, but Antonio Cesaro can. It's the same thing.
He's no Antonio Cesaro.
Yeah. And then we had but then Baron Corbin at least didn't buy that because that would have been really stupid. But I don't even know why. That just makes you look like a dumb babyface if you're trying to pass off that as story. But then I guess we found out that last week Baron Corbin filed an invalid charge against a false charge. That's what it's called, against the Shield for getting arrested. So they were
he falsified police documents.
Yeah. So the Shield were about to arrest Baron Corbin, but Baron Corbin wanted to work something out, and then Dean Ambrose and like the cop, who was like the head of the New Orleans police force, go outside and they have like that dumb comedy bit that wasn't funny at all. And then
actually, it was kind of funny. Actually, because Ambrose admits to breaking the law
right in front of the cop. Yeah, and then it would have been better if it was like a hired actor that Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose had hired, and that would have made more sense. Kind of like the baby faces sticking it up against the heels instead of it being a real cop, but whatever. But then we found out that everything's okay. Now, while this been happening, Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler won the Raw Tag Team titles from the B Team, which was awesome. The B Team push is done. Rest in peace. That's awesome. And Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler are the Raw Tag Team champions. And it looks like the Raw Tag Team division might finally kick some steam because Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins are challenging Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler this Sunday for the Raw Tag Team titles. As this was all going down that night, Braun Strowman was trying to find Roman Reigns, and Charlie Caruso suggested to Braun Strowman, "Why don't you just go out to the ring and maybe Roman Reigns will come out there?" So Braun Strowman does this. Roman Reigns comes out and stands on the announcer's table, and Samoan drops Braun Strowman off the stage, and Braun Strowman doesn't get up, even though he's been run over by an ambulance pretty much, and was able to get up from that, but he wasn't able to get up from this.
Practically murdered too by the Miz.
Yeah, pretty much. So this Shield feud and this Braun Strowman heel turn. If this had happened a year ago, before Braun Strowman was like the most over guy in the company, I would say this is great. But this is just really bad, really, really bad. It gets a massive, massive, massive thumbs down. Simon Miller gives gold downs. This gets gold ups. This gets like a bronze thumbs down. It's that bad. What do you think, John? What do you think about this whole feud now that I've explained it to you?
It's really stupid.
Yeah, I think the biggest stupid thing is that Braun Strowman's the heel and Roman Reigns is the. This is exactly what they did with CM Punk and John Cena and Ryback and John Cena, and right now Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair.
Like I feel like this is like insulting my intelligence.
Yeah.
They're not even trying. Like, the fuck? At least with Ryback, he had like a motivation to be a heel. He was jealous. This.
Yeah. No, at least with CM Punk too, he had motivations to be a heel because he never got the main event slot.
Yeah, which is a legitimate.
Yeah.
Like, your heels are not supposed to be sympathetic. You're not supposed to agree with them.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on with the Raw, and pretty much that's just really, it's just like, what do you think of all this, Chris? The Universal title feud and the SmackDown Women's title feud and the Raw
SmackDown Women's title feud makes no fucking sense at all. So basically, Charlotte comes back from getting her titty popped and basically just gets whatever she wants. And, of course, we have our differences. I love this feud with the Shield and Braun Strowman. I think it's awesome. That's because I'm biased and I love the Shield. I always
That's
will.
fine to be biased.
But I think it's a great feud, and it's going to go on for a long time.
Yeah, because it's got the Shield merchandise now, too, so.
They get some fucking sick-ass shirts. I want that.
It's me this one question. I'll come over to your side. Why should I boo Braun Strowman?
Because he's mean.
Well, so is Roman Reigns, and I have to cheer him, apparently.
He's a nice man. He's a nice young man.
He's a nice man that just likes to send his dogs to harm other people that may steal his championship.
See, this is nice. We can have friendly, jokely debates right here.
Other people take it seriously.
But yeah, let's get to what else has been bad on Raw. Now, we have to ask this question: what is WWE doing with Kevin Owens? Because he gets squashed at SummerSlam, and it looks like there's going to be some sort of reason of why he was squashed. He has this great Intercontinental Championship match with Seth Rollins. He loses, and then he quits Raw. And we're like, okay, this is going to take Kevin Owens in a new, different direction. He's going to go off TV for a while. He'll come back. There was reports that see, this is why you don't believe the reports sometimes.
Actually, it's not entirely dead.
It could be.
There's also a new report. Well, I'll say it after you say this.
Yeah. So then Kevin Owens says that he's going to come back as like a silent character and be the manager of Paul Heyman. Week later, he comes back. Bobby Lashley attacks Bobby Lashley and powerbombs him on the apron. Him attacking Bobby Lashley makes sense because this week he went on to say that Bobby Lashley injured his friend. He injured his friend Kevin Owens. No, he injured his friend.
He injured himself.
Yeah. No. Bobby Lashley injured his friend Sami Zayn, his best friend, and he wants to extract revenge against Bobby Lashley. That makes sense. And it looks like Kevin Owens is going to be back to like that dominant badass that he was before the Braun Strowman feud. The thing I don't like about any of this is that Kevin Owens quit 7 days ago just to come back 7 days later. Like they couldn't let the angle play out. He pretty much maybe it looks like he pretty much wanted to outdo CM Punk, and come back in 7 days versus 8 days. So it looks like that's what happened here.
So, like, apparently that Kevin Owens and Paul Heyman management thing is not entirely dead. But there's also a report too that there's going to be faction warfare at Survivor Series. I don't know how much truth this is, but it's going to be a stable. Obviously, the Shield, Dogs of War, which is Braun Strowman, Drew McIntyre, and Dolph Ziggler.
God.
A Paul Heyman-led stable, which could possibly include Kevin Owens, like a Dangerous Alliance type that he had in WCW. And this one is kind of interesting. The Lucha brothers in Pentagon and Phoenix, along with Rey Mysterio.
That sounds very convoluted. I mean, it doesn't sound that bad. It just still
they
sucks.
really, really want Pentagon and Phoenix.
I did hear that. Yeah.
I have a question. Are they doing Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler versus? Sorry, I meant to say McIntyre and Ziggler versus Dean and Seth for the Raw Tag Titles.
Yes, that's how I want to sell. Yes.
Ah, god damn it! Do you realize if they win, then the Shield has all the belts?
Yeah, pretty much.
Except for the women's title. Unless they want to include Ronda Rousey in their group, which might happen.
Oh, that'll be bad. Yeah. So here's what the group warfare, it doesn't sound that bad if it's in War Games, but it still involves Braun Strowman being a heel, which I don't like, and it really is kind of like a no-win situation because of the Team Lucha team loses. It makes Pentagon Jr. Will he be Pentagon Jr. or just Pentagon? I don't know. Pentagon or whatever. Phoenix. It makes them look bad, but then again, it's an indie star that WWE would love to ruin, so it wouldn't be anything new. A Paul Heyman led stable. If they lose, it makes all the Paul Heyman guys look bad, but since Kevin Owens is in the group, not that much of a surprise. Then we have the Shield, who is, well, let's be honest, the Shield probably would win because Roman Reigns is in the match. And then we have, that just sounds weird. I don't know.
It sounds weird, but it's also very intriguing.
So we have to wait and see on that. But I still ask, though, what is WWE doing with Kevin Owens? It doesn't seem like he has any direction right now. He's very directionless. He quits 1 week. He's back the next week. He gets
swapped. He's going to quit next week?
Yeah, he's going to quit. Him coming back, he gets to do whatever he wants. I guess that makes sense. But it's like, couldn't they have just let this play out?
You know what I want to do? Because I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
So I quit. So first off, I get paid no matter what I do. So I quit.
Here's my first order of business. I quit.
Yep.
That'd be hilarious. That would be hilarious.
I have decided to resign as the wrestler for WWE, and I'm leaving.
And then he goes to like New Japan or something.
Well paid by WWE still.
Yep. Hey, he can do anything he.
Yeah, pretty much.
He can beat up women.
Well, if he turns up at another All In pay-per-view, and kicks Joey Ryan in the face, I'm all for it.
Or his dick.
Just aim for the face. Aim for Joey Ryan's face.
Which is
get that stain of professional wrestling off the face of this earth.
Yes.
God, I hate it. God, I hate Joey Ryan.
But yeah, let's talk about two. But yeah, so that's everything.
He has other men grab his dick, and then he flexes, and they proceed to flip while grabbing onto his dick.
Well, speaking of
insult.
while you're on that topic, Chris. speaking of people that likes to grab their dick, let's talk about Randy Orton.
That's a great transition. I was like wondering where he was going with this. It's like speaking of grabbing dicks. I'm like, oh god, where's he going with this?
Randy Orton, baby. We haven't talked about. We haven't really
Speaking of people that grab their junk, here he is.
Randy Orton, baby. So I'm gonna be honest. I really enjoyed the Jeff Hardy Randy Orton feud, but I think I enjoy it more than I'm supposed to enjoy it because of all the backstage stuff with Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy going out there and cutting promos, sounding like he's like high off drugs. I just love this feud, and
Oh no, not again.
It's
he's not John. He's pretty much doing the Brother Nero gimmick. But if you watch his promos, it sounds like
is Randy Orton gonna do the dick spot?
Oh, maybe. Is he
I don't know. I don't know. It involves a flip.
Is he gonna shake Jeff Hardy's hand at Hell in a Cell?
I hope he does.
You know what the best part too? It's not just that stuff. Chris has been sending me a lot of stuff about Randy Orton. With like his wife made him like breakfast or something. He has that creepy smile on his face, like on his.
And he told the entire world that he fucked his wife at the hotel at the airport before he left.
Yeah, Randy Orton. You know what the weird thing is? I'm the most interested in like this is the most interesting Randy Orton's been his whole career. It's awesome. Like
it all comes back down to his Johnson.
Yep. The real feud though, I like the feud. I like the. I don't know, and also Randy Orton just loves to rip off Jeff Hardy's ear for some reason. I don't know if you've seen him do this yet, John.
He's got a fetish.
He's got a weird ear fetish.
Yes, and then Jeff Hardy fought back and swan-totted bombed him through a table off like the stands. It was really cool. And now Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton are going to be in Hell in a Cell. Jeff Hardy's never been inside Hell in a Cell. I expect him to do something big, like do a swanton bomb off the Hell in a Cell through a table or something.
That would be fucking insane if he did that.
Yeah,
I think he'd kill Jeff Hardy. Jeff would not ask for a crash match, by the way.
Yeah, but
we might be seeing Jeff Hardy's funeral in a few days.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying he might not. He's gonna do something. Jeff Hardy's gonna do something crazy this Sunday, though. I expect
Swanton bomb off the top of a ladder through the announce table.
The ladder that's on the Hell in a Cell.
The ladder that's on top of the Hell in a Cell. He climbs up on top of the ladder that's on top of the Hell in a Cell and does a swanton bomb and misses Randy Orton and he dies in the process.
That's almost
that's. I mean, the spot would sound amazing on paper, but when I think about it realistically, I wouldn't do it.
I would not either.
I would tell them no.
No, it sounds.
He's almost done that before, though. Hasn't he done a swanton on top of the lockdown cage?
Yeah, he's done it off that, but as I'm saying, like on the other side, one the cage is higher.
Yeah.
And two,
no, he did it onto a table, that was on top of the lockdown cage.
Yeah, no, I'm saying he's going through the announce table, right? Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
He's going through the announce table.
Yes.
I'm saying there's so many things that can go wrong. The ladder could just tip. I can just see the ladder just tipping over as he's standing on top of it, doing his pose, and just tipping over and everything is going wrong.
Yeah. Also, it kind of sounds. Why would he go on top of a ladder? It's like that spot where Sheamus did the Irish Coach backbreaker to Randy Orton while he's on the steps when Randy Orton makes.
Yep. He did the back.
When Adam
while standing on the stairs
said that Mark Henry should world's strongest slam someone off the top of the turnbuckle, like Sheamus or whatever.
Let's murder Sheamus. Sheamus ruins everything.
I feel like that's why Adam booked that to happen, was because he doesn't like
fell off the face of the earth.
But yeah, Randy.
He got a book now, by the way.
I know. Yeah, he already took it. He already sold out of it or whatever.
Oh, of his book?
Yeah, or he took
Yeah.
his sale, whatever, a sale ended or whatever. Like
Do
he
you
had like a
think?
discount or whatever.
Well, on the top, do you think he'll ever come back to YouTube, or do you think he's completely done?
No, I think he's done.
I think he's done. I think
He's
that
fucked.
fucking shook him for life.
Yeah, probably. Which kind of sucks because that probably hurt Cultaholic a lot too.
It did because before they even fucking launch, one of their main staples fucking comes out that he's a sexual predator.
Yeah. It also kind of hurt What Culture a little bit too, Paul, because he was the main. You notice ever since that happened, they don't have like a mainstay in What Culture. I don't even. I think Simon Miller is, but
Simon's the only like mainstay.
It's just Simon. That's it.
yeah, there's no one else. I don't like. I mean, I don't mind Adam.
And he like wrestles now too. Also,
I mean, not right now, but yeah, we're getting off topic. But yeah, Randy and Jeff Hardy's feud, I'm really interested in. I can't wait to see what Jeff Hardy does inside Hell in a Cell. And also, because of how sadistic Randy Orton's been, not just in real life, but kayfabe wise, I think Randy Orton might try. He's probably gonna try to rip off Jeff Hardy's ear again for some reason, which
he's got that fetish.
yeah. So I can't wait to see Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton. This is probably the match I'm looking forward to the absolute most. Then we have. All right, John, let's see if you can guess what this match is. Guess what the Raw Women's title match is.
Bliss and Ronda in a rematch.
Because rematch clauses are a thing.
Because rematch clauses are a thing, and in which case they're going to do another squash match again.
Yeah. So
that's the thing. Like, they're going to do a squash match. What? Like,
what's the
which
point?
I don't mind. I don't mind. That's the way you should be booking Ronda Rousey anyway, is that she is just a monster that she'll kill everybody.
This is an example, John, of why the rematch clauses need to go away for matches like this, because there's no point of doing this match after what happened at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. Imagine Ultimate Warrior squashes Honky Tonk Man and wins the IC belt. Then Honky Tonk Man's like, then they just have another match anyways for the IC title because it's a rematch clause. This is why feuds last way too long. It's because of rematch clauses.
Yeah, because they could just technically like.
That's why
the other match could be a rematch.
Yeah, that's why I didn't like the New Day. That's why I didn't like the New Day Usos feud. I mean, I didn't hate the feud, but there really wasn't a feud there. It was just
based
them
off of rematch clauses.
Yeah. So it's like, and that's why I never want to see the New Day and Usos have another match ever again, because we've seen it. Speaking of the New Day and the Usos, well, actually, not really so much the Usos. They have the SmackDown Tag Team division on lock, even though they never on TV. They have that. But guess what, John? You're gonna love this. Guess who's the number one contenders to the SmackDown Tag Team Championship?
The Usos, because it's unlocked.
No, not them. Screw them. They're done. They're done forever.
I know New Day's the champions because Eric Rowan got hurt,
which kind of sucks. Because I don't think that was really in the plan. So,
no, it definitely
wasn't. But so it's not the Bludgeon Brothers. Guess who are the number one contenders?
It's a holiday.
Is it a mix? What? Oh,
it's
Rusev Day.
Oh, come on, Chris. Why'd you have to do that?
Rusev Day.
Yeah, Rusev Day is the number one contenders, baby.
Yeah, that's in a couple weeks, by.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you have it on your calendar. I forgot you put it on your calendar too, didn't you?
Yeah, same day as Chris's birthday. That's when Rusev Day is.
Rusev Day might not make it a year though after this Sunday because they might wake him up.
God damn it.
Yeah.
That's something guaranteed to happen in every single WWE show.
But we've been saying it for a while now.
Yeah.
Ready? 3 things that are different in WWE.
It was going to happen after SummerSlam or before SummerSlam.
3 definites: death, taxes, and a WWE tag team breakup.
Yep.
Guaranteed.
Here's the feud though. They had a tournament because obviously pretty much what happened is WWE had to book on the fly because Rowan's hurt. So they
hurt. Yep.
Yeah. So they had like a tag team tournament again, but this time they changed. I did like that they changed up the tag team tournament a little bit this time. They had 2 triple threat tag team matches. The Ball won the first one, beating Gallows and Anderson, and the Colognes were just randomly back on television.
The Colons.
Yes. And then Rusev Day beat, I think it was Eric Young and Alexander Wolf, but I might be wrong. And the
Way to
Usos.
go, Sanity!
Yeah, they're getting dropped out every week. Everyone wants Undisputed Era to come into WWE. I guarantee you, once Undisputed Era gets called up, they're going to be Sanity, pretty much.
Sanity's got this tag division on lock.
Apparently. So does the Usos. And then Rusev Day beat the Bar. It was awesome. Loved it. Unfortunately, they're probably breaking him up this Sunday. But maybe not. Maybe they won't break him up. Maybe they'll have him win the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Probably not. I do got to say, though, even though I do think the New Day's act's getting stale, I got to give WWE credit. They are trying to be creative with the New Day, with the commentary thing, with Kofi Kingston dressing up as whatever like a backstage interviewer.
Chester something or whatever.
Yeah. The ribs thing.
I thought he was just standing there and like doing an interview. He was just standing there doing like an interview by himself while looking over. The camera's peeking over his shoulder at the bar, and he's supposed to interview the bar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm surprised they haven't done yet?
What?
They haven't shot a segment with Xavier Woods and Paige in the same room yet.
No, I'm waiting for it too.
Have they?
It's gonna happen.
No, they haven't yet.
It's gonna happen.
Speaking of which,
something happened between them, and it got leaked.
Yeah, I can't wait. I wonder too, like, if the WWE is kind of gonna kind of reference it when they do film in the same room together too.
It's gonna happen eventually.
But yeah, overall, I like the tag team feud. I know it's not really a feud, but I like the match. I like just because it's a biased match. I like Rusev Day. I like it. I also, but also another feud I like is the mixed tag team feud with Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella versus The Miz and Maurice. Now, take out what happened on SmackDown this week. Everything leading up to this has been great. I did like how The Miz came out like the week after SummerSlam and said and pretty much mocked Daniel Bryan's retirement speech, but didn't say he was going to retire. He said he's going to retire from wrestling Daniel Bryan. Paige sure as hell put a stop to that, though, because Brie Bella came out, punched Miz in the face, and then Paige was like, you're going to have a mixed tag team match now. And The Miz actually said that Paige is a worse GM than Daniel Bryan. Coming from The Miz, that's a bad insult. You don't want that happening. So pretty much the whole feud has been that Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella have been calling The Miz and Maurice cowards, and The Miz and Maurice. They did like a segment where they came out before anybody was in the arena for SmackDown and tried to call out Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella, knowing they weren't there. I did like that segment. I thought that was kind of intriguing. It was very weird, but it was intriguing. And then they went out to eat, and Bryan and Brie tried to follow him, and then they came back. And R-Truth got a main event Raw on SmackDown, baby. R-Truth main event.
Main event truth.
Yeah. So R-Truth main event at SmackDown. He rolled up The Miz and won. You could say that makes The Miz look weak, but Bryan interfered in the match, and I don't think it's pretty much like what they did with the Hurricane and the Rock, where the Stone Cold Steve Austin interfered, and it didn't hurt the Rock. It was just like a one-off thing. I didn't hate it. So, and then this week was bad because it was just bad. We're not gonna talk about this week though. We'll just pretend it didn't happen. Let's just pretend this week
never happened.
Yeah.
Apparently, pins and submissions can be recorded, and when a match that doesn't start.
Yeah.
And basically, Miz fucking threw Brie almost halfway across the arena.
Yeah. So.
And yeah.
We do got to talk about one funny thing that came out of it. Now, obviously, I do want to say I don't really like the way Andrade Cien Almas. I like that he's being used in the big matches and stuff, but they need to get him in some sort of feud before it's too little too late, because it just feels like all he is just plot devices to set up feuds. I don't like that. Not a fan of it. I also
he's already the favorite to win the Royal Rumble this year.
That's good for him. But yeah, I did like that segment where Daniel Bryan says, "I don't make the matches. I'm not the GM anymore, but I bet somebody makes the matches." And Paige was supposed to come out, and Paige didn't come out. I don't know if that was a botch or if that was planned.
That was the plan.
And then Paige comes out and is like, "Oh, I can't run in these high heels. Oh, my office is further away than I thought." I love Paige as SmackDown GM right now. She's nailing it as SmackDown GM. I know I was very skeptical about it a few weeks ago, but I definitely think she actually. You can tell between like Paige being the GM and Daniel Bryan being the GM. Paige actually doesn't mind being the GM, where you could tell Daniel Bryan hated being the GM every week.
It was
Oh
paining
yeah,
him.
there's torture.
But yeah, I forgot to cover one breakdown of Hell in a Cell. I know you haven't seen any of this feud, John, so why don't you try to break down this feud? AJ Styles and Samoa Joe.
Joe's being a dick. AJ's responding by saying, "Don't be a dick. I'm a good dad. And I'm going to beat the crap out of you to prove that I am a good dad." By winning the match, having the belt, being on the road, away from my family, and earning money for my family. I'm a good dad. Joe, you dick.
See, John,
Joe the dick.
you don't even need to watch the show. You know what's going on.
Well, I'm assuming that's the reason. That's what I'm gathering.
He can be called Samoa Dick.
Samoa Dick.
We also got to talk about
Dick
too.
Joe.
I really wish we could.
Samoa Richard.
Richard.
I really wish we could have got that segment where AJ Styles and Samoa Joe fought in AJ Styles' house, but maybe they couldn't do that because they didn't want.
They couldn't find a house.
Yeah, probably not.
They don't want AJ. They don't want to show AJ with his family because he's never with his family.
Yeah, never. But I did like because you didn't know about this. Samoa Joe did a promo the week before SmackDown and said that he was possibly going to go to AJ Styles' house. Like he called up, teasing like it was his wife, when it really wasn't his wife. And then AJ Styles went backstage and he got so upset, like a camera, like some sort of official tried to tap him on the shoulder. He almost hit him, but because AJ Styles is a babyface, he was able to catch himself. So that was good. And then,
good guy, Allen.
Yep. And then AJ Styles came out. Samoa Joe came out the next week, and we didn't think AJ Styles was there. We thought that the mind games got to AJ Styles so much that he actually did a good thing.
100% knew that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, we knew that wasn't going to happen.
Because
AJ Styles
came out something about it.
Yeah.
Like they would have been like, "Oh, is Joe going to be at AJ's house or whatever?" Like
Tom Phillips though was surprised he was there. He was like, "I thought what's Samoa Joe doing here?"
Everyone knew that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah. And then what happened this week? Samoa Joe read that "Good Night AJ" poem. He read that.
He wrote that creepy, psychopathic, very weird. I'm gonna steal your wife and fuck your wife bedtime story.
As long as it's not like Heidenreich's poetry, I'm okay with that.
No, it was great. It was
different from that.
I'll send you the.
He's gonna steal Wendy Jones from AJ.
And at the end, it shows Joe with the WWE Championship with Wendy and AJ Styles' daughter. I don't know her name, but
Annie.
Okay.
Like it's so funny how they forget that he has 3 other children. Gonna put your kids to sleep.
Hey.
Conveniently forgets that they have 3 other children.
Hey, AJ doesn't. AJ's like, just bring in one of the 4. I forget their names. I don't even know which gender they are.
Youngest one in.
You know,
I don't even know their gender because I don't even know their names half the time because I don't go by height or age. I just go by biggest pain in my ass.
That's why AJ is such a
Annie's the youngest.
Maybe 2.
Yeah.
I want Samoa Joe to say 1 week. You didn't even. I bet you didn't even know, AJ. You had 2 other. Is it 2 or 3 other kids?
He has 3 boys.
You didn't even have 3 other kids because you never mentioned. All you've mentioned is your 3-year-old daughter. Kind of like Samoa Joe to say
forget that he has 3 boys.
Yeah. And then they could do a custody of son match or whatever.
Oh no, we're not doing another ladder match. Please, for the love of God, I don't need custody of AJ's children.
And then Samoa Joe can get mad because Wendy missed a spot.
No, it would be AJ.
Where the was Wendy?
But yeah, I love the AJ Styles Samoa Joe feud, and we even got some nice laughs out of it. So there we go. But overall, we forgot to do the ups and the downs going into Hell in a Cell, but whatever. Overall,
I mean, I don't think we really need to do the ups and downs. I think we kind of recapped everything from the feud from this certain point in time.
yeah. Overall, I like the feuds going into the feud I don't like is the Universal title feud. Obviously, the Raw Tag Team title feud because that ties in. And I what else did I know? The SmackDown Women's title feud, and that's it. I like the mixed tag feud. I like the WWE title feud. I like the SmackDown Tag Team title match because it's not really a feud. I'm in the middle on the Raw Women's title feud because, and because of I would be a hypocrite if I invoked my rematch clause for the Wrestling Rundown Championship. So I've decided not to invoke my rematch clause because if I did, I would be a hypocrite for just saying rematch clauses should go away. So no more rematch clauses. Plus, I think my rematch.
Who's the champion?
Chris, we never.
You're
had
looking
a
at
match.
him. Well, not you can't see me, but
Chris, we never had a match because we didn't do the show for like a few months.
We didn't get the time to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means we're gonna have a match between me and Chris at Hell in a Cell for the championship. It's this Sunday, and we have all the feud all ready to go. Let's pick.
All right, so let's. I'll just say the match, and you pick who wins.
Well, Chris, you pick first because I'm not falling for that.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna pick first.
How about this? How about the winner?
I would pick first, John, anyways, because I wanted to be fair.
Can I face the winner at Super Showdown?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
because are we gonna be able to watch Super Showdown?
Do you know the card for that?
I will tell you what the card is in a second.
It's on at 4:00 in the morning.
Well, we can do our predictions before then. The show's not for another couple of weeks.
But are we gonna be able to watch it though?
Oh, we're not. We'll do the review the day after or something.
We'd have to watch it not live, so we didn't know what would happen.
Well, I'm probably gonna watch. I might get up and watch it. But anyhow, we'll get.
Depends on what day it is, actually.
I want to have it at Super Showdown because WWE's treating it like a bit. Actually, I've just maybe Evolution. That way, but then I can't have it at Evolution because that's an all women's pay-per-view, and that doesn't. We can't have. I can't have it there. So
it's gonna be an all women's match.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Owen, I figured out when you can have your show back on Wrestling Fortune 44.
When is it?
December 7th.
So night. Okay, so this is going to be the main.
Super Showdown's on a Saturday.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about this. I'll just ask you guys the matches, and you guys can give your picks. Raw Tag Team title match: Drew and Dolph versus Seth.
I'm picking the goddamn Shield for those matches. So you don't have to.
All right, so Shield matches, John. Ziggler and McIntyre versus Seth and Dean.
I think I'm gonna go with I might go Dean and Seth. They might be crazy enough to put all the belts on the Shield.
So we don't even need to talk about. One thing we didn't talk about though is I want to mention that Mick Foley is going to be the guest referee for the.
Oh boy, he's going to be taking the bumps in this match.
Yep. All right, then we have the SmackDown Women's Title match: Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch. Don't say anything because Chris just got ejected from the chat. I think he went to do something. Do we do count out rules for title matches?
What do you mean? He still wins the match. He still wins regardless.
Yeah, because titles change hands off countouts or DQs.
Yeah, ask Lex Luger how that went.
It went really bad. I don't know what happened. Did you try to go on something, Chris, and you got kicked off?
Yeah, I did. I tried to see what time Super Showdown was on at, and it kicked me off.
Whoops.
It's at 4 a.m., by the way.
You almost count, dude. You should have just stayed off. I was about to count you out. You would have retained your championship.
Pull a Yoko.
But anyhow, you pick for the SmackDown Women's Title match. Do I need to say what the match is again, or do you know the match?
I'm gonna go Becky.
All right, John, it's your turn.
They're gonna go with the babyface,
Okay.
the one they want, not the one I want. So Charlotte.
Okay. Hell in a Cell match. Oh, is there going to be a double turn? Because there's speculation they might, because of the crowds chanting Becky and booing Charlotte, they might do a double turn. I don't see it happening, but because it's WWE. If it was any other company, yeah, if it was any other company, they do a double turn. But since it's WWE, it ain't happening. Hell in a Cell match: Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton.
I'm gonna go Jeff. You might do something like crazy, like you might bring in a new character or something.
Okay, John.
I'm gonna go with the charismatic drug addict.
The charismatic drug addict himself.
Does Randy Orton attempt to shake Jeff Hardy's hand?
Yeah.
I think he may go for the dick.
Okay. Raw Women's Title match. I don't even need to ask. Do I need to say the participants or?
No, Ronda Rousey.
Ronda.
Yeah. SmackDown Tag Team Title match. 2 members of the New Day. We don't know which ones versus Rusev Day.
New Day.
I'm gonna go with the day, a certain day that happens. Not every day. New Day. I'm trying to see how long you can stretch that.
I think you guys have to
It's a
pick.
day.
You guys have to pick.
Technically a new day every day.
I think you guys have to pick a different match. You only have 2 more matches. WWE Championship match. AJ Styles.
No, we did pick a different match.
Which
We
one?
did.
Charlotte and Becky. He has Becky. I have Charlotte.
Yeah. Wait. Okay. So AJ versus Joe.
I'm gonna go Joe.
I'm gonna go AJ. They gotta keep the belt on him.
Probably until like mid-November or something. Mixed tag team match: Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella versus The Miz and Maurice.
Brian and Brie.
I'm going with the Danielsons.
Okay. Do we have any appearances by Monroe Sky and Birdie just in the crowd or something?
No.
Okay.
Because Maurice is in the match.
Well, I wasn't sure. Yeah, true. All right. So one thing we're gonna talk about is this WWE's being weird right now because I don't know if you know this, John. They're advertising 3 shows at once. It's that show. They're also advertising WWE Super Showdown. Now, pretty much, John, I'll just tell you, it's pretty much just going to be a glorified house show with Triple H versus The Undertaker. The last match ever. I've actually liked this.
I thought End of an Era was supposed to be that one.
Yeah, but the era is back.
Yeah, I do like this feud. Maybe because it's biased. I get to see The Undertaker, and I like the nostalgic feel to this feud. I actually like this feud. I loved Undertaker Shawn Michaels promo. I like this feud. I'm fine with them doing this match again. But yeah, this was supposed to be the last match 6 years ago. Also, I'm trying to make it seem like that Triple H has never beaten The Undertaker when he has beaten The Undertaker. Insurrection 2002, Triple H beat The Undertaker.
He beat him.
Yeah, so I like this feud though, and I actually think this match might be great because Taker's been in great shape and Triple H is in pretty decent shape, so I think this match could be great. So I'm fine with this match. But the other matches that are on this show is they've announced this match on Super Showdown, Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch, but we don't really know who will be the champion going into this match. It doesn't say. It just says Charlotte Flair, but obviously it says card subject to change, so it might even that match might change. All right, John, you want to hear how bad they're dropping the ball with Asuka? Asuka and Naomi versus the Iconics. Chris, why don't you say how bad they're dropping the ball with Asuka with the promo this week?
It was probably the best promo in the history of promos. Where
So, AKA, it
Asuka was
sucked.
backstage, and she was explaining why she saved Naomi. And that reason
I didn't tell you, John. We didn't tell John. The Iconics have been doing 2-on-1 attack on Naomi. Asuka saved her, so this was the promo.
and she basically needed a friend. So Asuka was there, and she said, Do you feel the glow?" And then Asuka said, "Do you want me to go?" And she said, "No, I don't feel the glow." And then Asuka said something, and then Naomi interpreted it as teriyaki. And then she asked her if she liked teriyaki. Asuka looked confused, and they both left the shop without explaining what the fuck just happened.
Just why don't we just? How about this? How is it, Oscar? Can you please just leave, please,
Maybe
for the
that,
sake of your career, leave.
maybe that's what Naomi was trying to say. Maybe she was telling her to go.
Yeah, for the sake of your career, Oscar, please just leave. Or go back to
This is what
NXT.
Road Dogg has done to poor Asuka.
God damn it.
We should also talk about too.
Okay, who do you got?
All right, other matches. Another match on the show is two members of the New Day versus the Ball for the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
Wait, what?
Two members of the New Day versus the Ball for the SmackDown Tag Team titles, but that's subject to change.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait, hold on a minute. Did we skip a match? I thought we were doing predictions for Hell in a Cell.
Oh, we just did. This is Super Showdown now.
But you just skipped the match.
I did?
You did.
What match?
You skipped the main event.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Well, I said, but I said Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman, and then you said that the Shield's probably leaving with all the belts, so I thought you picked the Shield, Roman Reigns, to win that match.
Boy, it would have been nice that. Well, I know Chris is picking Roman. Chris, who are you picking?
I said that I was picking all the Shield members, so you didn't have to ask me the question.
Oh yeah. So,
all right.
All right, John, who you picking? Roman Reigns or Braun Strowman for the Universal Championship?
I want Braun. I do want to pick Braun, but I'm not that dumb.
He wants
I'm
to
not
pick
that
Roman,
naive.
I know he does. In his deep heart of hearts, he loves Roman Reigns.
No, I don't. But that's just. I have to pick Roman. I want the belt back. I want my prestige title to return to me for a
The one
fifth
that's never
time.
been seen on Aftershock Corner thing, Wrestling Rundown ever again.
Because Chris is the
How long have I
champion.
been champion for?
Since that night on SmackDown when the New Day won.
Like 3 months, probably.
Yeah, but this is your first title defense too.
3 months, 4 months. I'm fucking worse than Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
He's defended the title more times in 3 months than I have.
Yep.
I'll do my picks too, even though it means nothing, but I'll still pick anyways.
No, you're not allowed to.
No, I'm the host. I can pick if I want to. Raw Tag Team title match. Dolphin McIntyre, I picked to win. SmackDown.
Dolphin McIntyre?
Yeah, Dolphin.
Dolph McIntyre.
Dolphin Uranus.
Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre will still be the Raw Tag Team champions. Charlotte Flair will retain her SmackDown Women's title. Randy Orton's going to beat Jeff Hardy. Ronda Rousey's going to squash Alexa Bliss again. What's the matter, John?
Nothing. I was laughing.
You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and say Braun Strowman will win the Universal title, but I'm probably going to be wrong on that. I'm going to be let down, but that match will be a one-star match if Braun Strowman doesn't win, regardless of how great the match is. Because Braun Strowman's probably dead in the water if he doesn't. Because you don't know this, John. This is his Money in the Bank contract match too. So, New Day's
boy.
New Day's retaining the SmackDown Tag Team titles. AJ's gonna win. See, the thing is, I'm gonna say Joe wins, but AJ's probably winning. But I'm gonna pick Joe, and then Brian and Brie will win the next tag match.
Okay, Super Showdown.
I'll just say what the
Glorified
matches.
house show.
I'll just say what the matches are because it's too early to do picks. So two members of the new. Now this is subject to change. Two members of the New Day versus the Bar for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Cedric Alexander versus Buddy Murphy for the Cruiserweight title. Unless Drew Gulak wins it on 205 this week, but that's probably not happening. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe for the WWE title. I imagine this match will still be a thin no matter who the champion is. Ronda Rousey and the Bella Twins versus the Wyatt Squad. Because for some reason, Brie Bella somehow is a free agent, which was never explained. The Bellas wrestle on Raw 2, and I've seen the Bella Twins. Don't need to see them ever wrestle again because Brie Bella, stop doing those suicide dives. You're going to injure yourself. Like, stop. There's a reason why Daniel Bryan's not allowed to do them anymore. Speaking of her husband, oh wait, I skipped a match. Then we have the Shield versus the Dogs of War. Then we have Daniel Bryan. Yeah, Daniel Bryan versus The Miz, where the winner gets a WWE Championship match. So that I actually am interested in that match because you don't know who because that match could easily go either way. And then there's a random match right here: John Cena and Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens and Elias. 5 stars. John Cena has a new finisher now too, by the way. It's bad. And then
What is it?
It's like some sort of like elbow thing he does now or something. Then we have the Undertaker versus Triple H, which I'm pretty interested in. But yeah, this match. But if you take out the Undertaker versus Triple H, this is a glorified house show. And then obviously I want to talk about NXT a little bit because Brooklyn just happened, and I want to sort of review it. I'll just do the same thing as I did for SummerSlam. I like the kickoff. I think NXT does their kickoff shows better than WWE main roster show does their kickoffs. And I do like Pat McAfee as a panelist. I think he's awesome. He's great.
That is fucking hilarious.
And then William Regal did bring up the Aleister Black situation because I haven't talked about it that much on screen. Pretty much, in real life, he got hurt, so they wrote him off.
He had I don't know if it was a groin or a testicular injury. It's one of the two.
Yeah.
It was he had a testicular injury.
Yeah. So pretty much they pretty much did the same thing. They didn't have to get run over, but somebody attacked him. We don't know who attacked him though, but it's being invested. So William Regal said he's going to start his investigation on the show. What I kind of liked about that was William Regal was trying to be kayfabe serious, but Pat McAfee was trying to be joke around with them, and William Regal was like, "Damn it, I can't break kayfabe here." I thought that was funny. But NXT was a fantastic show. I thought the show was great from top to bottom. I love the NXT Tag Team title match. Those matches reminded me of DIY and Revival's tag team title matches, and even Revival and American Alpha was about maybe like the third best tag team matches you would see. And I don't think this match was as good as the NXT match they had when Undisputed Era won the titles back, but this match was still great. Man, I loved it. I just go watch the match. I can't even do the match justice by explaining it. I also liked Velveteen Dream versus EC3. I thought that was a great character match right there. White guy went over because either guy was going to get hurt by losing, and I think Velveteen Dream just needed to read more. EC3 will be fine because he's EC3, and he easily can just go. I think he could just be there to put over the NXT talent. He easily could just go right up to the main roster, so I don't think it hurts Velveteen Dream at all. Then you had Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane. I thought it was also a great match. I think Shayna Baszler continues to improve with every match she has. And Kairi Sane obviously won, which I like because it was a surprise victory. And I imagine this is probably going to be the NXT Women's Title match at Evolution. And then you had I don't know what the best match of the weekend is though, because it's a toss up to me between the Ricochet and Adam Cole and the NXT Women's Title and the NXT title match with Ciampa and Gargano because they were both really good. A lot of people probably like Ricochet versus Adam Cole better. I thought that was a great match, but I enjoyed the NXT title match just a little bit more, just because I thought it had a better story in it, and I just enjoyed the match better. I just like what I like. You can't hate me for what I like. I even like the finish. A lot of people probably didn't like the finish, but I thought it made
I
sense.
hated it. I still do.
Johnny Gargano got so obsessed that he wanted to take out Tommaso Ciampa that his anger got the best of him. He was starting to become Tommaso Ciampa, and it ended up getting the best of him. I loved it. I thought it was great. Obviously, too, it was a nice heel way for Tommaso Ciampa to retain. So overall, NXT Takeover Brooklyn 4 was a great show, fantastic show. If I had to rate it, I would give it probably an A, just a flat out A. It wasn't quite a perfect show, but it was an A. So what did you guys think of Brooklyn?
I agree. It's definitely an A. Adam Cole Ricochet was amazing, especially that moonsault spot.
Yeah, we
with
hit the
super kick. I've never seen that before. That was fucking insane.
That timing too was down too.
Oh, just perfect. Caught him right on the fucking chin. Perfect. Yeah. I thought the main event was awesome, but I didn't like the finish. I thought all the spots that happened in previous matches were just like thrown away in this match. It was a throwaway in the match. Like the wood spot that ended the last match that they had. That was just a complete, like, just brushed over. Like, Gargano DDT'd him, and Ciampa rolls out and gets up. Whereas, in the match before, he DDT'd him while handcuffed and won. And then the handcuff spot, which I thought was stupid because the whole point was he's not supposed to get up, and he just gets up anyway. I thought it was just... It didn't ruin the match for me. It was just kind of stupid.
You also gotta remember too, though, they also had to book it. They didn't know they were going to have this match probably a couple weeks ago. Also, too, I just thought
It was just wicked overbooked too. Also,
what about you, John? What do you think of Brooklyn?
In SummerSlam, it's an A show. As for the main event, I think Tommaso Ciampa right now is the best heel in all of wrestling.
I agree.
For sure.
Especially his social media game. Have you seen anything on Twitter?
I have, yeah.
From Twitter.
Oh, it's amazing. Tommaso Ciampa on Twitter is awesome.
When he goes out of super kayfabe mode, he doesn't like. When he ats people, he just like ats them. He says like "at" instead of doing the at symbol. It's so funny.
What did your thoughts on the finish?
My personal favorite one he ever put out was I think Gargano had an injury, like a torn meniscus or something like that. And he's like, "Oh, that ain't no excuse. I tore my ACL and went out and had a 30-minute ladder match. Don't complain.
Awesome.
Don't complain there."
Savage.
What did you think of the finish of the main event? Did you hate it? Did you love it? Were you in the middle? What did you think of it?
I think it makes sense in the terms of the fact that Johnny Gargano just wants to get Tommaso Ciampa and he's blinded with rage, which is what's cost him the last two matches and what gave Tommaso Ciampa the championship. So right now, Johnny Gargano has to rethink himself here before he's able to go up and keep his anger under control and finally win the title. I think that's what they're going to do here.
Tapings too.
Who
after Brooklyn, like that Wednesday after he apparently got booed.
Oh yeah, because he looks like an idiot. Because he
to turn on.
Looks like a more.
Well, actually, yeah, that was the match with the Velveteen Dream you're talking about, right?
Yeah, it was like the Wednesday after.
Yeah, that's pretty much. But yeah, also too. Yeah, NXT's been great these past couple of weeks too. Pretty much they've been the main storyline is the investigation of Aleister Black. they're pretty much William Regal's pretty much asking everybody who attacked him that was around the area. Lars Sullivan, and I actually like it. Like Lars Sullivan has a reason to attack him because Aleister Black broke his jaw at NXT Takeover Chicago 2. But he says he didn't attack him. He said he was going to find him, but somebody beat him to the punch. I like that. And obviously he's going to start a feud with EC3 because EC3 name dropped him, and then he attacked EC3 backstage. So that's probably going to be a takeover match, which I wouldn't complain about. And then who else was questioned? Heavy Machinery, because they were filming stuff. And obviously they didn't do it because of baby faces. I do like though that Johnny Gargano was questioned because he was like he has the most incentive to take out Aleister Black because that way he could get a one-on-one match with Tommaso Ciampa, and Aleister Black kicked him in the face not that long before that, and he was like
it might end up being Gargano.
Yeah, and he was the first guy that William Regal passed by when
that's a shame.
Yeah,
it's gonna end up being Gargano.
Obviously, too, Tommaso Ciampa has a reason to attack him too because he's the heel going into the match, so that makes sense. Velveteen Dream because of the match at NXT Takeover War Games, but he says he didn't do it. Obviously, Undisputed Era. Undisputed Era, like I said, though, are out of the question. But other people that were there was he didn't question Cassius Ohno. They're doing this weird storyline with Cassius Ohno where he's trying to say that he's like a measuring stick, and he's upset that he's like the forgotten one of NXT because he was like a hot free agent when he came in, but then everybody just kind of didn't really care about him and cared about the new hot free agents.
I mean, he kind of is forgotten about.
Yeah, pretty much. So I don't know if he's a heel. I don't know though if he's a heel, if he's a face, or what. So I don't know what's going on with Cassius Ohno. And then the Forgotten Sons, which is Wesley Blake, Steve Cutler, and I think his name is Ryan Braddock, but I probably messed that up. But it's
Jackson Ryder.
Jackson Ryder. Okay, so I completely messed
close.
Yeah.
Ryan Braddock.
I feel like I just used a different wrestler's name because Ryan Braddock sounds like it was a wrestler's name. But what's it? So it's Jackson what?
Jackson. It's Gunner.
Yeah, I know it's Gunner. I was just trying to see if I could get his name right.
Jackson Ryder.
I mean, it could be them, but I don't know. It seems might not be them. They had a match though against the Street Profits, not Gunner, but Cutler and Blake, and it was not a bad match, so I was fine. And then I'm really excited for this week because Pete Dunne and Pete Dunne and Ricochet are going to have a match, title versus title, where the winner gets both the UK and North American title. Now, I think it's probably going to get like thrown out because I don't think they're going to have one guy hold both belts. I think Undisputed Era will probably interfere. So yeah,
I don't want to. I know what happens.
Yeah, so don't tell me what happens, but that's just what I think is going to happen. So yeah, overall, NXT's been as normal has been great. It's always great. It has like its bad moments, like that Cassius Ohno storyline is just really weird. And it's just really weird. And then we had 205. Leo Rush is the star of 205. Like you said, Chris, Leo 5. He's awesome. He's a great talent right there. He's awesome. He's feuded with Noam Dar right now. That's cool. And they've kind of started to get the feud going with Buddy Murphy and Cedric Alexander, sort of. So that's that. I don't think we have anything left to really talk about. Is there anything else we have to talk about?
No, I think we covered everything.
Wait, mixed match challenge. We forgot to talk about that.
Oh yay, mixed tag matches.
You're not having it.
Bye.
All right, so that's pretty much the end of this video. So if you had to take a takeaway, if you had to give like an overall grade, what would you grade like the WWE product right now? I'll go one by one. I'll start off with Chris. If you had to rate everything, like the main roster, 205 and NXT.
I'll give it a B+.
Okay, B+. John, I know you haven't watched the past few weeks, but what would
Can
you?
can I just separate to what I know? Can I just separate Raw and SmackDown and give them individual grades?
Sure. You can give NXT a grade too if you want.
Okay, NXT is gonna get an A minus. SmackDown, I'm gonna give it a nice solid B, and Raw, I give an F.
Um, Raw, I would give. I'm not gonna give Raw an F. I'm gonna give Raw a D because it's passable. It's because John, it's better than it definitely has improved in quality after SummerSlam. Like before SummerSlam, it was like really bad. It's definitely improved in quality. One thing though, I want to say on Raw is I kind of wish
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar was the champion again.
I mean, he's getting an F. And
Huh?
I'm only going off what I've seen,
Oh yeah.
so that's why I'm giving it an F.
SmackDown, I agree with you. B plus. Did you say B plus or just B?
I give it a B, nice solid B.
I'll give it B plus, and then NXT I'll give just a regular A, good old fashioned A. So at 205 I'll give 205 Live a grade. I'll give that a B plus. It would get an A, but what sucks about it is no one's really there for it, and you can start to see it within the company. So it gets a B plus. They either need to move 205 Live or I can't even say put it on an early time wouldn't help either because no one's even there half the time when doing the dark matches anyway. So it's tough to say, but that's a topic for another day. So does anyone have any YouTube channels they want to promote or plug?
No.
I know Chris doesn't have any. So you can make sure you check out my YouTube channels, Owen the Talkinator, and now Wrestling Fortune 44 because this is CM Brothers. So make sure you check out those two YouTube channels. And make sure you check out in the future. Me and Chris are going to be starting Lucha Underground season 2 reviews because we haven't watched season 2 yet. So make sure you check those out. So that's pretty much. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Not this Monday, but the Monday after that. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. And we will. When's the next time we're gonna do this show? When's the next time everyone's free? Or is that up in the air?
So the days that I am free are Sunday, which I'm not doing it Sunday, obviously, because that's the day of the pay per view.
Yeah.
And Thursday.
Want to make Thursday the day then?
Yeah, Thursday the day
We'll do
should be good.
It's so the show's
Yeah,
gonna go.
Until I have work, and I'll let you know from there. All right.
Yeah. So that's fine. But
Yeah.
But next Thursday you can do it, right or no?
Next Thursday, yes. After that, I don't know until
tomorrow.
So
make sure you watch Hell in a Cell so that way you'll be able to give good insight when we
all right.
All right, so let's end this video off right now.